Hi. 10th time's a charm. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to sit up without me having to hold it, and it's not wanting to work. I don't know how I just did 2 seconds ago. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's hope that stays. We'll just wait for a few more people to hop on before we get going. I just got back from a hike, so I look a little bit like a mess. That hurts a little bit. But I figured that's okay. I can still show you everything with the ShadowSense and what I love about it. How's everybody's Saturday going? Anything exciting happening? I went shopping this morning and I got some awesome hair stuff thanks to Carrie. She took me to her place to get some things to help my hair because I feel like it's thinning out like this. That's not normal, right? It's bugging me. Hey, Hannah! Oh man, you guys don't want to see that. I'm still figuring out this light that I have, so I have to be very careful so I don't break something. Okay, so today I want to talk about ShadowSense. It's something I haven't talked about a ton on here, but it's a product that I really, really love, and I've started using it for a lot of the makeup that I do, and so I'm going to kind of walk you through a whole, like, makeup get ready for me with mostly using ShadowSense so that you guys can see it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them about ShadowSense, and I'll answer them as they come in, or about any other products. So, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. And I'll talk about the other products I use too. Hi, what is Jennifer saying? Check my iron levels. That's actually a good idea. Jennifer, I still need to message you because I didn't mean to not answer when I talked to you about zoning Adam. We just got busy. And guys, I keep bumping this. I still do want to meet up with you to get him zoned. So, okay, the first thing I'm going to use is Silk. It's my primer. I just put a little bit all over my face, and then I'll get going with the rest of it. Slider's not in the beginning of this video because he's getting a bath right now. Okay. Silk in. Okay, so ShadowSense. I love it because you can use it for so many parts of getting ready. Sometimes I'll use it for everything, and sometimes I'll use it for only a few things, or, you know, just my eyes. But if you want, you can use it for literally everything. It is a cream to powder, and just like our lip sense, once it goes on, it doesn't budge. You need to give it a little bit more time to set up. With the lip sense, it only takes a few seconds, but with ShadowSense, before you start like doing everything, it needs about 10 minutes to set up before it's like a non-budge makeup. So I'm going to start right now with Candlelight, and what I do with Candlelight is I go in under my eyes, and on my eyelids for a color correction. So that is the first use. Color correction, concealer. Some people use Sandstone Pearl, but I prefer the Candlelight ShadowSense. And already right there you can tell a huge difference in my eyes. It has covered up a lot of the dark, and on my eyelids it's covered up a lot of the veiny. So that is the very first use of ShadowSense. The next obvious use is using it for eyeshadow, since that is what it was originally intended for. So I'm going to use a few of my everyday colors to go in with. I should have organized them before, but I didn't. What I use a lot for my lid color and my base color after I put on the ShadowSense is I'll use the Mocha Java. It's just a really good brown to use, a good everyday brown. And so what I'll do is go into the creases, and I'm just using my fingers for everything today. It just is going to make it a little bit easier, but I'll use brushes too. I'll go into the crease and then I'll blend it down towards my eyelid. Let me get the other side. If you have any questions about ShadowSense or any other things that I can answer for you, let me know. If you just have questions about life in general, that's what I'm here for, just to talk and show you a little bit of makeup. Okay, so that's Mocha Java on my eyelids. And then often what I'll do after that is I'll go in, I'm actually going to use a brush for this one. Take a brush, this is Garnet, it's a darker brown, and I'm going to use this for my outer corners. Sorry, I don't mean to flip you off, that just happens sometimes. I don't think about what finger I'm using in relation to other people. So I'm just taking a little bit, dabbing it on here, going into the corner, and blending it in a little bit. Right now, I'm just doing my basic everyday look. I'm not doing anything too crazy, but I can do some more tutorials later. And then the last thing I'm going to do is go in with, if I can find it, my makeup box is literally a mess right now. Luckily it was on top. Copper Rose Shimmer, and I really love this one. Carrie, I think she's on right now, she loves it without the shimmer, so that's what I'm going to get next. It's just like a nice bronzy color. And I like to go in right to the side of what I just did with Garnet and just add a little pop. Blend it in a tiny bit. Okay, eyelids, done. So, 2 uses right now. I've shown you how to do under eye correcting, and I've shown you the eyeshadow with ShadowSense. Now I'm going to go do my whole face with my Make Sense foundation. It's not ShadowSense, obviously, but I'm not going to put eyeshadow all over my whole face today for you. For this, I just do a pump. And the thing I love about this is it's all buildable. So, sorry, I'm going to switch brushes. I'm using a Expert Face brush from Real Techniques. And what I like to do is, like I said, it's buildable. So I like to go through and dab it on my face and blend a first round in. Take it down a little bit. Copper Rose is just a great color. It's just a really good bronzy. Okay, so I just did one base coat, and now what I'm going to do is use this remainder. Can you see it? And I'm going to go in and build up the places that need a little more coverage, which is usually my chin. And my forehead. And my nose. And I'm just going to build it up where I like a little more color and coverage. And then I always take some and go right here to make sure that I've cleaned up any lines from eyeshadow. The nice thing about ShadowSense is that when you do your eyes, it doesn't leave residual, because a lot of times if you're using like a powder eyeshadow, you'll put it all on and it will drop down onto your face, which is not my favorite. Okay. Foundation, done. Okay, next I'm going to go in and do a little bronzing. I do bronzing every day, and I do contouring when I need a little bit extra. And today I'm just going to do bronzing. The difference is with if you're doing a bronzing, you're just adding some color where the natural light is, just to bring that color up from your skin, rather than leaving it all like a white blank face. If you're doing a contour, you're adding in that shadowing to like make more defined cheekbones, all of that, you know, some on your nose. Sometimes people do it under their lip. So like I said, today, well, I'll do both. I will do a bronzing and I'll show you a contouring after that. So I'm going to use this Face Sculpture Brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to go back in with my Mocha Java to do a little bronzing. So I'm just going to do a few dots here, bronze that in. Bronzing. So with bronzing, you just want to go where the sun would naturally hit to give your face a little more color so it's not one-dimensional. And then I'll do some dots across my forehead and build that in. And I'll take it down under my chin. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll take it down my esophagus. I don't know what the proper name for that is. Take it down there. Okay, so now I've used ShadowSense for 3 different things. I've used it for my under eye correction, my eyeshadow, and then for a bronzing. Now I'm going to go in, so I used Mocha Java to do my bronzing, and now I'm going to go in with Garnet. And both of these are colors that I used on my eye. Again, Mocha Java is what I used for the lid, and then Garnet is what I used for my crease. I'm going to go back in with Garnet to do a little bit of contouring. And for my contour, I'm using the contour brush from Real Techniques. Amy, I don't know if I'd be too great at doing someone else's makeup, but I could try. For contouring, I just do a tiny bit. Just 1 dot here. See how that adds like a definite cheekbone? Ooh, that's I got a little much. I'll buff that in 1 second. That's actually a lot too much. And then I'll use the residual from this. Go down my nose. Underneath my lip a tiny bit. And again, I'll go up here and add a little bit. Like I said, I clearly got too much on this side. So I'm going to go in with my buffing brush. And blend that out a little. Okay. So, 4 ways now. I used the ShadowSense for under eye correction. I used it for my eyeshadow. I used it for bronzing. I used it for contour. And now I am going to use it for my blush. Let me find the color I want to use. Mulberry. For mulberry, what I'll do is I'm just going to put a dot on each side. And then I'm going to go in with this stippling brush from Real Techniques. And blend it out. All right. So now we have used it for under eye, eyeshadow. We've used it for the bronzing all around. We've used it for the contour, and we've used it for blush. And within that, you can see I've got like samples on my hand. I have used Candlelight for the under eye and for the like color correction on my lids. I used Mocha Java for this and for my bronzing. I used Garnet for my creases and for the contour. And I used, what else did I use? Copper Rose for a little pop on the eye, which isn't necessary, but I did use another color. So far I've used 4 colors total to do most of my face. The only product I have used other than ShadowSense at this point was my foundation and my primer. But everything else so far is ShadowSense, and my look is almost done. Okay, now that all of that is in, I'm going to go in with this little baby brush, which doesn't have a name because I got it off Jane.com and it was just part of a packet. And I am going to use another ShadowSense to do my eyeliner. This is Onyx. It is the black ShadowSense, and I'm going to actually get really close to you for 1 second so that I can do my eyeliner. I just take my brush, go like this. Hi guys. Hi guys. Sorry. Okay, let me put you back up. Okay, I'm gonna scoot up real close so I can do this. Hey Adam. Okay, so for my eyeliner, I start in the center and I take it out, and then I'll go into the corner and bring it to the connection. Having a mirror is not the best. I'm having a difficult time right now. I don't know how people do their makeup in their mirror always. Or in their phone, not a mirror. Eyeliner is the hardest thing in the world for me. You can tell I need a lot of concentration. And I totally just jacked that one up. Okay, good enough. And then I'm also going to use Onyx to do a tight line. I'm all about tight lining. So I'm just using a flat brush, dabbing it on, and going underneath to tight line it all. I think it makes your lash line extend. You can see a little bit. It makes it look thicker and fuller at the bottom. Okay, so now I have used, hold on. Garnet has a tiny bit of an auburn feel to it, and maybe I should try garnet for eyeliner one time. I've always been a black person for my eyeliner, but I can try garnet. Okay, so now I have used it for my under eye coloring, for my eyeshadow, for my eyeliner, for my bronzing, for my contour, for my blush. My eyebrows are done, but I will show you too. You can use it for that. They're fading a little bit, so I can go in and show you a little bit what that would look like. You can use it to fill in your eyebrows. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 ways to use ShadowSense so far. Now I'm going to go in and I am actually going to use a different color, and it's called Sandstone Pearl. If I can find it in this bin. I should have been a little more organized, but clearly I was not. Sandstone Pearl, and I'm going to use Sandstone Pearl to do my under eye concealer and my highlighter. So let me scoot back so you can see a little bit more. And I am going to use my, if I can find it, setting brush from Real Techniques to go in and smooth that out. So I use this under my eye, even though I've already done a color correction, to do a highlight under my eye. And again, I'll do like a tiny little triangle. I've already done a large triangle for color correction. And then I pull it down my nose. And then sometimes I'll go in and I'll use some on my chin for highlight. Totally just dropped that. Underneath my contour line to give it a little bit of pop. And then I'll take it up on my forehead too. Okay. There's hair on that because I just dropped it. So the reason I love ShadowSense for the under eye and the highlight and the concealer under the eye is because it is a cream to powder, so it doesn't crease. I have also been using like the SeneGence concealer, but I feel like it creases a little bit underneath my eye by the end of the day, where I don't feel like ShadowSense does as much. How long does each tube of ShadowSense last? That is a really good question that I don't have the answer to. I think Kelsey's on here. Yep, she is. And she asked, I don't know, Kelsey, did anyone ever give you an answer? I've only been using ShadowSense for about last month. And I don't feel like I've made a single dent in any of my bottles. But I don't know if anyone has like a better answer than that. Sorry, I'm going too fast. Okay, so now, how many uses of ShadowSense? We have the under eye color correction, we have the under eye highlight and over the face highlight, we have eyeshadow, eyeliner, did I count both of those? Eyeshadow, eyeliner, eyebrows, a bronze, a contour, and a blush. So right there is 8. There's 2 more uses for ShadowSense. And one is eyelashes. You can take, again, this Onyx. And it looks like I don't have an eyelash brush right now, so I'm just going to go in straight with this. It doesn't give you that fullness, but it does give you the color. So you can see the difference between the two. See, and I'm going to go on this eye. Whoops. Clearly don't need that. I totally messed that up. I don't have any Q-tips in here either. Okay, so there's 9 with doing mascara. Let's see what it looks like on the top. I don't have any mascara on right now. It gives a decent amount of color to accentuate your top lashes. But again, it doesn't give that fullness that usually mascara does. Okay, so 9 is mascara, and the final one is lips. The tricky part with ShadowSense on your lips is you have to still sandwich it between 2 layers of lip sense. I didn't bring my lip sense in here. I'm gonna go grab it really quick. I'm really sorry. I'll be right back. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So, just like any other lip sense, you're going to want to clean off your lips first, even when you're using ShadowSense. And I'm going to go in first with one layer of cappuccino. Let that dry. And then I'm going to go in, with mulberry to do my lips. So again, this is Mulberry ShadowSense. It's a pretty mauve color. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for just a second. So with ShadowSense, you can put your lips together, at least. One perk to putting it on your lips. And let it dry for one more second. And then I'm gonna sandwich it between one more layer of cappuccino. Okay. I'm using cappuccino because it is the most color neutral, lightest, opaque, to not really mess with the color too much. Let that dry. And then I'm going to go in with the gloss. My glass is on its last wind. I pulled out the stopper last night so I could get everything out of it possible. Okay, so I just used all ShadowSense except for my foundation and my primer and the lip sense to sandwich it in. But 10 uses for ShadowSense. We'll count them again. I used it for the color correction on my eyes. Then I used it for my eyeshadow. I used it for my eyeliner. I used it for my mascara. I used it for my brows. I used it for a bronze, and I used it for a contour. I used it for blush, and I used it, I used it for my under eye concealer and my all over highlight, and then I used it for my lipstick. So 10 uses for ShadowSense, and in those 10 uses, sorry, my nose is so itchy right now. I used mulberry for my lips and my cheeks. I used Mocha Java for my bronze and my lid. I used Garnet for my, what is this called? Contour and my crease. I used Mocha Java, also for my eyebrows. I used Onyx for my eyeliner and my tight line. And I used it for my mascara also. I don't know if I already said that one, but my mascara. And then I used Copper Rose Shimmer for a little pop on my eyes. So 10 uses with 5 colors. You could even do it with less colors if you wanted to use Garnet for your eyeshadow, things like that. So you can get away with only using 5 products in addition to your foundation and primer. So 7 total to get your whole look. And all using ShadowSense, the eyeshadow, versus buying the bronzer and the mascara and the eyebrow stuff and the blush. You could just buy ShadowSense and use it for multiple things if you're looking to go pack light. So I love ShadowSense for when I'm traveling because I'm able to just grab, you know, the 5 colors and a few other products and my makeup is done. I don't have to take everything with me if I don't want to. It makes it a lot easier. Again, it's a cream to powder, so when it's in the tube, it looks like this, and it goes on. Do it back here so you can see it. Like a cream. But as it dries, it'll turn into a powder. Right now, I should have done this at the beginning. Right now it will budge because they want to give you time to put it into the place you want it. But it takes about 10-ish minutes for it to set, and then it will become a no budge just like the ShadowSense. So I can go over my eye right now, and it doesn't move at all, and it doesn't come off on my finger. So it's just like the ShadowSense. It just takes, or sorry, just like the LipSense where it doesn't budge. It just takes a little longer to set. So that's something to think about when you're putting on your makeup and all of that. But I put my makeup on last night, or actually I put it on yesterday morning, and I just touched it up a little bit last night for our Halloween party we were going to. And I was too tired when we came home, so I went to sleep with it on, which I know is so bad. But I woke up this morning, it was all still in place, which was awesome because, you know, that just goes to show that throughout a whole night's sleep or a whole day of work, it can stay on and you don't have to reapply as many times. In addition to that, our ShadowSense does have the SeneGence complex that I've talked about in the past, which helps with your skin renewal to help your skin looking fresher, longer, less signs of aging and all of that. So, if you have any questions, let me know. There's like 30 colors of ShadowSense, and I've got swatches of all of them. I can post them again for you. And I'm going to be doing a special for ShadowSense. If you want to get 2 colors, it will be $40, and you can just go ahead and message me if you want to get in on that. I can tell you which 2 I think will be the most beneficial for you to use for multiple times. And yeah, I'm excited for you guys to start using ShadowSense because I have loved it so much for doing my makeup. If you have any questions, let me know. Comment below or send me a message, and I'm excited for you guys to try it out. Thanks for tuning in, and have a great night. Bye.